There we go. Okay. There you go. It didn't work, but I've got sound now. G'day. I'm Steve Hay. Welcome to Woodworking Masterclass. Not so much a masterclass, more me just having a chat while I do work that has to be done. So there you go. We'll see what happens here. Everything should be good now. I didn't have sound before, but hopefully I've got sound now. I've got to get my checklist out again. I really do. Got to get my checklist out. I don't know which one I am now. G'day, hi Matthew, g'day Jared, g'day John. Oh, and Cam, come back to me. Oh, it was one of those things that just didn't sort of want to play the game. So I'm just seeing, okay, that one's not working. So that one can go. So if I bring this one up, I should be talking. I just got to hear my voice and I'm happy. There, now there's sound. Oh, I'm pleased. Oh, I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'm there and you're there, so that means something must be happening. Let me go. There we go. Okay. Oh, dear. All right, we're back. Roscoe. G'day, mate. Adrian, g'day. Sam, g'day. All is well with all of us. Yes. So what I said before was I've got a heap of bee boxes to do because I've got a lot of hives to split. And so I thought I'd better make some new ones of these, which I've been putting it off because it's a real pain in the... G'day, Andy. I hope you're feeling better, mate. Send healing wishes to Andy because he hasn't been well. But he's back now. Good to hear from you, mate. Keep the good work up. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I was just listening to music and doing this. And I thought, I might as well stream because that way I can talk to people. And as always, you can interrupt me. Always good for an interruption. And I'll show you whatever. Well, if I can answer your woodwork relating questions, I will do my best to do so. So what happened in the last few days, I picked up, Julian, oh, it's been absent so long dealing with problems. That is not good, mate. I'll tell you what I'm not getting into it, but what's been going on around the world, a lot of people have had issues. But I hope you're on the road to recovery. Oh, dear, oh dear. And if I can help or alleviate any stress and bring some joy into your life through mayhem, madness, or just whatever happens, I am pleased and feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Honoured that I can help. So yeah, I picked up a new machine. My kid's dad, g'day from Michigan. Yeah, look, I'm sorry, can't do anything about that. That is my provider. They are slack and nothing I can do. Everyone's in the same sort of boat around here. It is pretty awful, but I'm sorry. We'll do the best we can because I'm not going to stop streaming because I've got a rotten provider. In case anyone wants to know, it's Telstra. But unfortunately, doesn't matter who you go with, the majority of them all use Telstra's lines anyways, or whatever it is you have with cable or Wi-Fi or whatever it is. There we go. Yeah, so the last couple of weeks I've bought on, you rotten thing. Oh, it's a long, oh, there's a pair of glasses. I'll be looking for them later. It's amazing what you find when you go down to floor level, isn't it? I picked up a new bit of gear and I'll tell you the story about it later, but not only has it simplified and revolutionised the way I construct these bee boxes, huge bonus as well. which I'll tell you about when I bring the machine up. I've just got to glue these together first. Whoop. But before I got to do that, I better take rubber bands off these ones, so I'm going to run out of rubber bands. 6 knots, g'day mate. Oh, too hot to be out fishing today, eh Ben? Whew. Where's Julian? Oh yes, yeah, okay, got Julian. Go, yeah, your bag cam. I was, whoops. Oh, it got stuck to the carpet. I was worried I'd lost you there, mate, but all good. Oh dear, oh dear. I think just watching you in the shop is enough. What? To make him worse or better? Oh, mate, no. Been down that road and not good. But anyway, let's see if we can just have some laugh, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? I had a day out with Susie yesterday. It was awesome. Well, all right, no. I had to get some stuff, and then I had to go to a timber yard. And then Sue and I went to a sewing machine shop. No, we didn't. She went to a fabric shop. And I spent more than she did, but that was buying her stuff, not mine. She said, "You got any money on you?" I said, "Oh, no, not really. I want to have a couple of hundred. That's about it." "Oh, that'll do." She said, "I can spend that." You know what? She's a woman of her word. She did. She left me with 20 cents. Oh. I just glued that one. I want to glue that one, yeah. I don't know if you remember the other day, I was doing an evening stream last week. I knocked over a box of nails. There was 11 different size nails in the container, and there was 500 nails. And was it last night or the night before? I just sat down here, made myself a coffee, and got in the zen of sorting nails. Took me an hour and a half, but yeah, it was good. But I then put it up over there on the shelf because I didn't want to knock it over again. Because it was good, but it wasn't that good. I wanted to do it twice. Anthony and Noah did that when Anthony would have been about 3 maybe, and he accidentally kicked over a tray of screws. This is when we lived somewhere else. And anyway, he was all upset that Granddad was going to be cranky. I said, "No." So I went and got a magnet, you know, one of those things on a stick. I think it's up in the other shed. And we picked all, he put them all back in the box, and he thought it was so much fun, he tipped the box open again, so he used a magnet. So I'm not going to do that to the nails that I just sorted, because it wasn't that much fun. And then where did we go? Oh, and then we went to Bunnings, which is the big box warehouse come hardware store. And let me go after that. Went there, sewing machine shop. Oh, then I had to go and deliver some eggs, because our chooks are laying eggs like they're going out of fashion. I'm sure they're laying 2 each a day. They 2. They're so well fed. I don't know where Snoop is. I think she might be on the nest, because I couldn't find her earlier on. Gloria the goose was running around. Mother-in-law, Tone, I know you're not watching. He said, "You don't have to have a long neck to be a goose." Never a truer word spoken. And then we went to a fruit shop. Oh, and got the most magnificent peaches. Oh, oh, you've heard of eating mangoes in a bath? You could eat these in the bath. I didn't realise, but this is a special brand of peach, and it's called Freestone. Doesn't mean to say it doesn't have a stone in it. What it means is the stone comes out easily. So we bought a bag of those, and I think most of them were gone before we got home. There we go. So I'll just do these and I'll show you the new thing, what I did buy. And there is such a great story attached to it that I was going to share it when we got it all worked out, but I'm not. I'm excited, so I'll share it very shortly. Just got a couple more of these to do, and then we can do it. This, this new way of putting together saves me so many steps and is much more accurate. I don't know if you've seen me making these before. What I used to do, where's the one here? Oh, dearie, dearie, dear. Where? Then a marvellous. You find everything you want until you want to. Oh, there you go, that'll do. Oh. So what I used to do, because I thought it was pretty schmick, I used to have these cut at 45, and then I cut a spline down them on the dado saw, put them together, and then I made splines up to go through that, which made for a very strong and infestation-proof joint. But the other day, I got on, I have no idea why I was looking there, because I generally avoid Facebook if I can, because I find it so depressing. I'm sorry, and if you're one of them, I do apologise, but I don't give a flying rat's what you had for breakfast or what your toasted sandwich looked like. I am not interested. I could have a rant about that. Thinking, and some people have got pathetic like, got buttered some bread. I better take a photograph of it. Go outside and get life. Oh, that's not what it's meant to be there. There's sevens. What's that one doing there? Anyway, yeah, I went on to Facebook Marketplace. One of those things, you know how the ether sort of puts you in situations where you go, oh, what am I doing here? And then something really great happens. It was one of those moments. But I'm going to keep the suspense going because I'm going to have a chat because everyone's saying hello to me. What's going on there? Ah, what's that? Don't want it. Go away. How do you get... No, I don't want more. Thank you. Go away. Why is it that all of a sudden someone thinks I'm interested in the news? I am not. G'day, Brad. G'day, Paul. Moving in a few weeks, landlord's selling, so we'll have to make a new workbench. Good excuse. And look, I tell you what, I saw one the other day, names, but there's a company, and fair enough, I suppose I shouldn't really have a thing, but there's this company making woodworking benches for woodworkers. And I'm thinking to myself, now there's nothing wrong with that. You want to go and buy one, be about it, your own business, that's cool. But you've seen the state of my benches. If you want to be a woodworker, what better project to do than build your workbench first? And I'm definitely one of those that believe it's not so much the working on your workbench, it's the working at your workbench that is more important. So I don't have heated discussions, I'm over that. But I did say to myself, why? Anyway, it's a good excuse, Andy. Make yourself a workbench, mate. Hook in. What did I have to make the other day? It was something. And it was so nice, I just came down here and did it. Told you I was going to dribble today. Shannon, good morning. Mr. Beeman, how are you? Nice to have you aboard. Sue was only making it easier for you to carry your wallet. I don't have a wallet. I have not carried a wallet, nor have I worn a watch for decades. If I've got to keep on looking at the time to see where my life's going, something wrong, and I'll never have enough money to justify a wallet. Yeah, that's it. Hang on, we're on the same vein here. The same vein as the workbench. Why would you spend $100 buying a wallet because $100 note you were going to stick in your wallet you don't have anymore because you bought a wallet with it? So there you go. That's just my 2 bob's worth. I'm getting on to what I bought in a minute. You're just going to have to bear with me because I've got to do these. Nah, Susie's all right. What did we buy? It was funny. A textile shop where she gets a lot of material from changed its name. So she then figured, oh, it's a new fabric shop. I better go and buy something. I said it's owned by the same people, it's just a different name. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I better open an account here. Yeah, good on you. So I know she's not watching because she's up in the sewing room doing some work. Her big embroidery machine's just come back from having an overhaul. And she's all enthusiastic. She's made another bedspread for the big bed. So that's another reason I've got to fit this bed together. This is so much cleaner and easier than what I was doing before. I'm nearly there where I can share with you what I did. Now let me just have a missing one. Actually, I'm missing a few, but I don't know. Aha, that's the one I was looking for. Take that one out of there. That can go there, and I'll do that one in a second. Oh yeah, mate. I'll tell you what. Why don't we do it right now? This is gonna no. I'll tell you in a minute. Get in there. No, putting your capsule in. I'm hoping I've got enough water. It's funny, yeah, doing these bee boxes the way I was doing them, it just didn't get me all excited to come down and do it because they were pretty tedious to do, even though they looked spectacular when they were finished. Not my words, somebody else's. No, it wasn't me mum's. I had another, thinking the other day about another rant. The dishwasher again, oh. And then you got the other side of the coin with dishwashers. We're on tank water. At the moment the main tank's empty, so I'm on trickle feed. So it's scarce. And then you get these people that they want to save your dishwasher, so they wash the plate before they put it in there. Yeah, good on you. To me, that's like taking your towel in the shower and washing your towel so you can dry yourself when you get out with a clean towel. Just doesn't make sense at all. Hey Brenda, where'd you sneak in? Oh, there. DF guy, g'day mate. I still don't know what VMG ONG is, but someone might enlighten me one day. Doesn't matter, don't care. John, g'day mate, from Windsor. With a name like that, almost related. Up. And we're stinking hot, as I said, at the moment, outside. Humidity through the roof, but no rain. Haven't watered the plants for a few days because as I said, tanks are empty, so I'm down on water and I keep looking at the sky and going, yes. And then I wake up in the morning and go, no. Okay, got one more to do and then we can get into the other stuff. These rubber bands I'm using, they're 106s in case anyone's wondering. Rubber bands, honestly, have to be the best and the cheapest and most effective clamps around. For doing polygons or squares or whatever. And once they're pushed home, if it's still not sitting, just put a couple extra bands on the top and it helps pull it in. There we go. Okay, that one can go there. I've got one more. That's it. Well, it's not it, but it's this phase. G'day, Randy. How are you, mate? G'day, Trevor. Can you do a tutorial on Marquetry? I certainly will. I've got a bed that those that have been watching me for a while can attest to it. And I'm actually doing this. I don't know if you can see it all that well. This thing here around the bedpost. If that's the right way, that's the wrong way. So it's trumpet flowers, hummingbirds, and fuchsias. So I will be doing that. I would say, got to get rid of all this stuff first. Within about a month I'll be doing that, and I'll be doing a lot of that live. And Louise, if you're watching, I can't find it. A friend of mine, should ring her up and tell her. Oh, Louise dyes my veneers for me. So any colours that I want, she dyes them. So all these are going to go into the bedposts. Beautiful yellows and what's that? Crimson, light purple, dark brown. So very clever lady. Thank you, Louise. You're a sweetheart. Oh, hang on. That didn't work. All right, so I can show you what I was talking about because I've got to do something for that one. So yes, Marquetry I can. Not this stream, I don't think, because I haven't got anything to do. But we can definitely do it stream down the track. So stay tuned. If you're new to this channel and you'd like to, please hit the subscribe button and the bell, and then you'll know when I'm going live. What have we got? Where are we? Hey, can you do a tutorial on Marquetry? Yep. There are so many different ways you can do Marquetry. I think I know 7 different ways of doing it. So you can do, the basic one is up top, over the top Marquetry. Then you've got reverse Marquetry. Then you've got packet Marquetry. And then I've got a scroll saw. So if I go there, you can see it. Scroll saw there, which I do double bevel Marquetry on. So there are a lot of ways you can do it. What in particular did you want to Marquetry, John? There you go, answer that and I'll see what I can do. Shannon, have you seen any 3-door adapter chucks for a Yankee drill? No, can't say as I have, mate. Can't help you with that one. Chad, good morning. T-Bone, g'day Daryl, how are you, mate? Are you right with the squatters chairs now? Oh, I gotta tell you, we're watching this show. Sue and I are into binging at the moment on Netflix. I think it's Netflix or is it Stan? No, it might be Stan, I think. It's called Resident Alien. Oh, it is a fun thing. This alien crashes on Earth and takes over the body of a doctor, and he has to fit in with the local townspeople. It's got some classic one-liners in it, I tell you. Anyway, off that, does he foam when you put the tablets in his mouth, Julian? I think John N's doing good. He's on, I think. Better complicates a lot to Julian's. Cam, where can I learn about keeping native bees? I want something pollinate my fruit trees. I'm worried I'll get some and kill them all. No, look, they're great. They honestly are, Cam. I've got, the moment I've only got about 10 hives in. I've got another 10 hives coming. And it's just amazing. They just look after themselves. You don't have to do anything. They're not like honeybees. You just make sure they get established and off they go. Tim Hurd's a man, Dr. Tim Hurd, friend of mine. He wrote the book Native Bees. It's also called the Native Bee Bible, but it is a terrific book. You could ring him up. He lives in West End in Brisbane. Look him up online, Tim Heard, Tim Heard. Native Bees, Dr. Tim. He, in fact, these hives I'm making here, these are called oath hives, which stands for the original technical Latin name for the bee, hive. So it's original, whatever they are, hive. He designed it back in the 80s, and it's sort of become the benchmark for native beekeepers around Australia. All right, I'll show you and I'll tell you what happened. Hang on, no, I'll catch up on the chat first, because it's all good. Oh, I did ba-da-bum. You got rain this morning, Trevor. Send some down here, mate. I've got beautiful green grass, but the tanks are dry. And I went to lift up the tank to see how low it was, and you know when they put the concrete cap in, the plug, and they have a metal bar broke, so now I've got to get a pinch bar in there or something and leave it up and try not to jam my fingers. I'm down to you, Andy. It will be nice to see the finished bed, Steve. This is YouTube still going. No, the bed. I've got a. I'll be working on it in a minute when I've done this bit. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having all the marquetry done, but at the moment it's just going to have the bed frame up. Won't have a bed head because it's going to be a lot of blacksmithing work. But I don't know if you heard the other day, when I originally did it, I worked out there'd be 5,500 diamonds in it, which I did some of that work last week. And in actual fact, no, there's just under 9,000 diamonds because I didn't include the tester at the top. So I think I've actually cut 8,894 diamonds, and then when I cut everything to length, I'll lose some of those. So just under 9,000 diamonds cut with a router and hand cut. Furniture marquetry, yeah, okay, if you're doing furniture marquetry, are you on a cabinet? Are you putting marquetry onto a plywood substrate, or is it going onto straight timber? That's John. Okay, this is what I bought. Oh, there's a coffee there with my name on it. Oh. Wait a minute. I'll just stir me coffee if I can find something the cockroach hasn't landed on. Oh, doesn't matter even if they have. I haven't seen it, so never mind. Whoa, that's nice. Got some chocky bickies in the fridge too. We'll get them out in a minute. Okay, I went on to Facebook Marketplace. Didn't intend to, it just happened to be there. And straight in front of me was a Lamello biscuit machine, which is this thing here. And it was in a box. It's got to be, easily, crikey, 30 years old maybe, but in immaculate condition. And of course I brought it back here and dropped it and broke a piece off it in the first 5 minutes, which really impressed me. That's the depth gauge that you use so you cut the right depth for your biscuits. And these, for you, the what a Lamello machine is, they put these biscuits in and they come in different sizes. So I'll show you. I guess that's the size 20. That's the smallest. And there's some in between sizes as well. So anyway, I didn't, past tense. I used to use biscuits way back. And matter of fact, when I bought my first biscuit machine, it was an Elu machine, and I would have bought it in about 1990, I think. And I went to the local hardware store. In those days it was either Mitre 10 or BBC, I forget which. And I asked them if they had any biscuits, and they looked at me and said, "We're not a grocery store, you've got to try Woolworths or Coles." Yeah, good. So anyway, that was how long ago. And then when I got into fine furniture making, I decided I didn't like biscuits, and I'm still not a fan of Domino's. But when I'd finished talking to this guy, which I'll get into that story in a tick, I said, "Oh, I've got 20 B boxes, I've got to go home and make those." He said, "Oh, and you can use the lamello for that." And I went, "Yeah, righto." And then when I came back, I thought, that's not as simple as it sounds. So the way I was doing it, what are we going to have in that shot? There you go. The way I was doing it just was a pain. It was an absolute... So here's one I've rebaited, but I would pick this up, put it in the vise. What are we looking at? Which one have we got? And then pick up the machine and put the machine down, undo the vise, turn this around, pick the machine up, and it worked well, but oh, was it a pain. So I put my thinking cap on and I thought, hang on, I can do this even better. So this is what I came up with. This mounted on a board, like so. So what I've actually done is made a bracket up here, screwed it to the board, screwed it to the plate, and then screwed the plate underneath from the board. And then to get the right distances, this is a shim, for want of a better word. So all I do now, I've got this checked out so it configures with the 45-degree angle up here, and I just put that in there like that. Hold that against there, turn it on, give it a push, turn it over, and there I have it, all nicely cut in the middle, the right size. And when I'm doing the bigger boxes, which are over here, which I have to do at a later stage, I've cut those, so then I take the shim off, that sits flat, and exactly the same story. So you're going to have to put up with me doing some of that. But I'll tell you the good thing. The good thing. Where are we up to? Chemical. Louise! Did you see it? Look here. Louise is on. She is a wonderful girl that does this. Are you blushing yet? See, she's the one that makes all these. Isn't she clever? Absolutely gorgeous. Now you can take that, you're absolutely gorgeous, all the video is absolutely gorgeous. Don't care, Louise. Hello, Andrew and Isabel. So there you go. Are you going red? You're laughing now. I can hear you from here. All right. Make a pool cue with bird's eye maple and inlays. Okay, if you're going to do inlays, I'm presuming, what are you going to use? Ash. You've got to have the grain of the veneer going parallel to the grain of the timber. I think most, I've never seen a Marquetry cue. I've seen them with inlay, but it's generally pearl or turquoise or resin dust or something. But yeah, if you're working solid timber, make sure that the grain of the veneer goes in the same direction as the grain of the timber, but if you're using plywood, it's going to go at 90 degrees to the plywood. And if you're using plywood, you've also got to put another sheet of veneer on the back in the same orientation as your Marquetry on the top. Yeah, the other thing is, well, most cues, I think they're quarter sawn, so you shouldn't have too much problem with that. But see if you can match the veneer grain with the grain of the timber. That way, if you do get any movement, there's a it minimises the chances of the veneer splitting. I have seen someone did a bunch of grapes on a cabinet once. It looked great at night time, and then in the morning the veneer had popped out because the timber had moved during the night. Keep that in mind. Okay. Nathaniel, hi Steve, I'm slowly having fun at attempting building router tables. Good-o. There's nothing wrong with it. Router table sleds are good. Save you a lot of time and effort. Yeah, you'll find most, well, no, the modern day marquetry, John, is going to apply. The old days they used to use pine, but it was also quarter sawn. And by quarter sawn, I mean if you get a log, okay, that is crown cut or back cut, if you look at the growth rings on that. But if you have a look at the growth rings on, no, that's not going to work. Okay, you have a look at the growth rings on this piece of timber. You see it pretty well just up and down. That's quarter sawn. Your movement in the timber on this bottom one is in like that, whereas that has got minimum movement because all the grains are right. So just keep that in mind. But I agree. If you want to have a look at a really good marquetry job, John, have a look on the internet at the Hannah cabinet, H-A-N-N-A-H cabinet. He's a friend, but also he's my mentor, and he was my teacher for a few years, and he taught me how to do marquetry. And you have a look at that cabinet. It took him 6 years to build. I think it's worth about $1.5 million now. So there you go, give you something to aspire to. Where are we? Having a oh, good on you. Are you in the corner, Trev, or are you out and about? Yeah, for me, this just opened up a whole new world for me. It's so much quicker than doing it the other way that I used to do it, Shannon. Great. I like, honestly, for furniture, joining boards with furniture, I don't like using dowels, I don't like using biscuits, and I definitely don't like using dominoes. For me, if I'm joining timber this way, I use a lock miter joint, which, funnily enough, I've got some work to do today with that. This is a router. This is a router bit that does a lock miter joint. And the reason I like these is, that's a big one. They do make smaller ones. You're actually joining the timber to itself, so it's like a butt join, only it's an integral butt join. So that is a butt join, 2 bits of timber, bang. Okay, that's a butt join. With the lock miter, it's still a butt joint, but there's more of a glued surface area, and the timber moves by itself, whereas I have seen people that have doweled and biscuited timber together, and over time, biscuits or the timber shrink. The dowels don't, because the dowel and the biscuits are a bit different, but the dowel timber's going like that. The grain on the timber on the tabletop's going that way, so it shrinks this way. This doesn't shrink, it splits, and then you get to see the dowel, which is disgusting. Well, the other thing is a sprung joint, which is basically you get 2 bits of timber and you plane a very slight belly in the middle, and when you clamp it together, that belly flattens out and joins, but what it does, it also preloads the end. So if you get shrinkage out of the end grain of the boards, it's preloaded, so it can expand and contract and it won't break. Whereas a lot of boards, if you get them together in the dowels and they dry out on the ends, they'll come apart and you'll see splits in the end. Oh, I hope that helps. I don't know if it does. Where is the chicken shop? Oh, they're down the back. I should go and If she's around, I'll get her. Where are we now? So there is. Oh, you got some nice purple veneer. Put me down for some, dear. Yeah, well, you could make. I couldn't make it down here because my lathes. Actually, if I made one, it'll be on the lathe that's in that shed out there. We could do it one day, I suppose. I don't know how we'd go splining it together, but you don't know. Now, what? Oh, yes, okay. Getting back to this, you know, the other day, I didn't get a chocolate biscuit. I said I should get an espresso. We're down, I tell you what, times are hard. Times are really, no Tim Tams now. Home brand Coles Caramel Deluxe. They're nice though. I do like them. Half the price of Tim. You seen how much Tim Tams are now? They're nearly $4. Forget that. Anyway, went. This is 10 out time. That's what we used to call it. I went to this guy's place. Peter, if you're watching, g'day mate. And bought this, and we just got talking, and he said, I just moved up from Wagga. Now, for those of you not in Australia, Wagga, I don't know if it still is, but it is the main training area for recruits for the Australian Air Force and the Australian Army. So when he said he was coming up from Wagga, naturally I just said, oh, what are you, Army or Air Force? He said, oh, Army. I said, oh, I spent a few months down there myself. That was it. We started talking old stories, and I went into his garage. Oh, come and have a look at this. And I went into his garage, and you know, mate, look, I've got a coffee machine there, right? It does me. It's a nice coffee machine. He's got this full-blown barista. It's the biggest one I've ever seen. Oh, I said, you're kidding me. Oh, he said, yeah, have a look over here. And he took me to another part of the shed. And I thought it was a knife maker's forge. I said, I've got something like that for making knives when I do blacksmithing. Oh, no, he said, that's a sample roaster. I said, what is a sample roaster? Oh, he said, I roast coffee. There's a 20-kilo roaster over there. And guess what? Check it out. Woodlands coffee. So, I got talking about coffee. Woodwork went out the window. And he's brewing me up, on you, Pete? Brewing me up some coffee pods. Not for this one, but for my other coffee machine I've got in the house. So hopefully next week I'm going to have coffee pods by Woodland Coffee. And if you're in Brisbane, he's looking to open a shop at Mount Tamborine, at the base of Mount Tamborine. If you're from Brisbane, you know where the Bearded Dragon is, opposite the Bearded Dragon. And he's online too, so you can buy the coffee online. It was funny, he said, what do you like? I said, oh, I love Ethiopian. He said, oh, I've got some over there. I said, oh, that's good. And I said, the other one I like is Colombian. I said, yeah, there's a bag of Colombian. I said, and Costa Rica. He said, over there's a big drum of Costa Rica, 200 kilos. Oh, I thought I'd died and gone to heaven. Not only did I get something that made my job doing woodwork easier, I found someone who makes coffee, and I'm going to have my own supply of coffee. I reckon it's great. I'll give you another plug. There you go. Woodlands. And no, I'm not getting paid for it. And yes, I paid for the coffee, but I just reckon it was wonderful that I got something that has made my life easier. I've met someone that I could have a good yarn to. I was there for 3.5 hours. I said to Sue, I'm only going down the road. I'll be back in half an hour, 3.5 hours later. And if I can help him out any, well, good on it. I'll do that. I'm going to bite me bicky. They don't last as long as... Yeah, not a bad job, is it, Cam? I'll tell you a story when I finish this. I'll do some of these while I'm chopping this, and then I'll tell you a story about the hammer cabinet. Tell you, this stuff smells nice. That's got to be so easy. Now, I can go there. That I've got to do in a minute. Put down that one, yep. It's got one more pile to do here. Yeah, when Jeff first finished the Hadna cabinet, Linda from Australian Wood Review went down to do an interview with him and take photos of the cabinet and what have you. And Jeff's lovely wife was there. And I think Linda said to Jeff, well, what's next for you? You know, do you think you've got another cabinet in you? And Jeff said, look, I don't know. I'd like to think I have. And Rhonda, without cracking a smile, said, he might, but we don't. So here you go. So I must admit the other cabinets Jeff's done since then have not been quite as big. I don't know the picture of his jewellery box he's just finished. I think that was 350,000 or something or other. Oh, that's nice. All right, let me just do this. And then I'll glue that one up. Then we'll move on to the bed. There you go. All right, I can't put these together yet because I've got to put tops in there, which I will do shortly. This one I can glue together now. This one off. And then we'll start messing around with the bed and see how that goes. What a great bit of utilisation. Oh, and the other thing, you know, I told you I broke the depth. This thing here, it actually fitted. It fits here and it goes into the back of this knob here. So I might show you better on this one. Yeah, so it fitted on there, and then when you push this forward, it would engage with this to give you the right depth. So all I had to do was work out how far I went in, and then I got a piece of timber, that thickness, and glued it into the fence. So the front of the machine now hits that stop. And because I'm using the same size biscuit all the time, it really doesn't matter if I can't change it. And I did a double-sided tape, so if I did want to change it, all I've got to do is peel it off and calculate how big or how deep I want to go, and then put a new thickness of timber in there. So, ingenuity. See, just because something goes wrong doesn't mean to say can't be fixed. Oh dear. I like secretaires and chests of drawers. The American furniture I like are Philadelphia High Boys. I love them. And the thing is, they used to have such elegant things back in the day. Even smokers, I know smoking's not popular now, but some of the stuff that smokers used to have. Beautiful cabinets to hold your pipes in, really nice cigar humidors. The other thing I used to love, which they don't have anymore, is glove boxes. Not the glove box that you got in your car, but ladies' glove boxes. I've got a book by this New Zealand family who were furniture makers back in the 1800s. And the detail in these beautiful boxes ladies would put their gloves in. And they made a commemorative cabinet for Major, at that stage, Major Baden-Powell, who, as you may or may not know, started the Scout movement. And they had public funding to raise money so they could give this to Major Baden-Powell when he visited New Zealand. And they had to raise £200. If you have a look at the work on it, boy, crikey. It's not a hammer cabinet, but I tell you what, it's got a lot of work in it. So yeah, unfortunately now I would like to see it swing over, but everything seems to be quick, easy, replaceable. What breaks my heart, we've got a roadside pickup going on at the moment, and the amount of furniture that people throw out. And look, I honestly do. I blame all these reality-based, so unrealistic home shows that, you know, people see stuff. Oh, I've got to do that. Oh, it's got to be the latest trend. No, that was last year's fashion. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that I still have some of my mum and dad's furniture, and I don't think. Oh, yeah, no, I've got some of my grandma's stuff too. So it was made to last, and it had value. It had intrinsic value, but as well as the emotional attachment. But no, it doesn't happen anymore. I would like to think some of the furniture that I've made that is around the home my kids would want, but truth is, I'm most like, nah, don't like it. Oh, that's wood. No, I want plastic. Get rid of it. Oh, crikey. These are strong bands. Here we go. Oh, dear. There we go. Okay. Where are we up to? I used to love, I'll say it in a minute. I used to love carving claw and ball feet. But again, for the cost of doing one, you could most likely buy a dining room suite. I could never get, I could do the eagle's claw and ball, never tried the lion's one. And the one I did try, which was fun, was a corner chair. I don't know, well, they don't have them anymore, but they used to have chairs in Georgian times that used to be square and they'd sit into the corner and then their front leg would stick out. And normally that was a claw and ball. So you'd have a round front, the chair would fit into the corner like that, and then the front would be round and the front leg would be a claw and ball eagle's foot. I think I've got one of those floating around here somewhere. Hang on, I'll just find it. Most likely gone tuttos years ago, but I don't know. I'll just have a look up in Dead Projects file. Oh, what's that bit? No, cabriolet. Oh, hang on, look, there you go. Oh, around here somewhere. There you go. Oh, should finish this one day. Oh, I know why I didn't finish this. Yeah, flipping stuff is Brazilian mahogany. Brazilian mahogany and I do not see eye to eye. Oh, in fact, I'm very, very allergic to it. That's why it never got finished. There you go. That was for a corner chair. You can see I got to put the webs in and I didn't do the other side. It was too flipping horrible to use. It's lovely timber, but oh, not for me. Thank you very much. Give that a miss. And I've got some Sapelli ones out there, I think. There you go. Oh, I'm going to sit down for a bit and drink some coffee. Oh. Then we'll move on to the next. Trevor, just got my computer up and working. I've been watching, I don't know. You most likely did it to shut you up, Trevor. See you, Cam. Thanks for watching, mate. Oh, I thought there was someone out there. Yeah, well, I don't mind some Queen. So I don't like the Queen Anne replica stuff that they bought out in the 50s where they were actually turning cabriole legs. I much prefer making cabriole legs. But there again, for me to make a cabriole leg, I'm just if I'm still pushing. How am I? Yeah, that's all right. You could buy a dining room suite, so who knows? But there are people out there. Oh, be quiet, Trevor. Yeah, good. I wanted to rain here. It's so hot outside. G'day, Vinny. I'll look at you and say, g'day, Vinny. I saw that, Trev. What happened? I was just reading that one. Well, I'm just doing some bee boxes, Vinny, and now I'm going to go on and start playing with the up of working out where I've got to put the I've got to find the leg. The fittings on the leg for the bed, because we're getting very, very close to actually doing something, and I've gone and lost the leg. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, okay. There's a leg. Ah. Oh, here's the side. Here is a fitting. Now I've got to do some measuring because the top of the bed has to be 800 high from the floor. I've been told that has been really interesting because this bed I've been making it for It's got to be 6 or 7 years. We bought the mattress 7 years ago and it cost us $3,000 for the mattress. So, I don't know, they might have gone up in price. I don't know. When we first started, it was going to be 500 mil off the floor. So it was very low. And as we've got older, Sue's got older, the height has increased. So now she can put her reversers on and go beep, 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 beep. And she just sort of can engage the bed at 800. So, no, hang on, that's got to be, no, 600. There you go, 600. That's it. Okay. So, oh, little design on the run. All right, mate. All the best. Godspeed. And look forward to having you back soon, Andy. Take care. Hey, Steve, I've got one of the last 6-inch wooden reels from Alvey before it burned down. There you go. I don't know. No, I don't wish I fished anymore. I used to enjoy fishing. I've got a lot of Alveys, but I've got no wooden ones. So you're in front there, Trev. There'd be collector's items soon. Okay, so this sits there. I'm going to have, what with Brenda? I just saw Brenda. I made all the furniture for my daughter when she moved into an apartment. Oh, nice, Brenda. Yeah. And not only that, if they have an investment in as much as they've picked the timber or picked the design, it's good. It is good. All right, I've got to work out where these rails are going to go. I suppose if I had that there, that's just a substantial rail, isn't it? Okay, wait a minute. I've got to come up 600. Where's the pencil? There is a pencil. Ooh. Good thing about, getting all these bee boxes out, I can actually start to tidy my shed up then. All right. Don't see that anymore. They're tins of pencils. Good ones too. Stedler. Okay. So from here to there, we've got 600. That's to there. The mattress is 300. So that means that's got to be there. It's going to be interesting. The mattress sits there. The slats are an inch. So that means, give me a decent bit of timber. Yeah, that'll let. What's that? Oh, I'm worried about that. Okay, so that's be there. I've got to put a rail underneath that. How big a rail will I have? 70 mil. That's to there. This is getting lower and lower and lower. Wow. That is low to the ground. Won't be able to get any lovers under there. It's so low to the ground. Okay. So, we've got 70 mil there, and then You've got 30 mil out to there. Talk amongst yourselves when I'm doing this. Yeah, bow front dresses are nice too. Challenge making bow front doors, but quite doable. Okay, so that's to there. That's to there. That's to there. Goes there. Then I've got with, trouble of being a child of the changeover. You don't know if you think feet and inches or metric. Okay, that's got to go there. All right. No, that's good. That can go there. So this must go there. And you bring that out to there. I've done this wrong side too. Doesn't matter, we'll work it out. No, it's still got the plastic on it. I have laid on it a few times. Oh, it's nice. It says super, what do you call it? Super King. Woody Pell. G'day, mate, thanks. I don't know if it's a woodworking lesson or me just going on mindless meanderings, but I am getting stuff done, which is good. Okay, so that's there. Okay. Now if I can bring that over. All right. So, I've got to go back to here now, don't I? Excuse me, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just trying to think. It's very hard for me to do that. It's going to be an extraordinary bed. Now, I like it about there. Oh, that's good. All right, so 10 mil from there, 15 mil from there, that'll do. Coffee time. Where's my coffee? There it is. Okay, I've just got to double check these measurements now. So that can go there, that's 70 mil, that's big. And then we've got a mil on top of that, or 25 mil or an inch. And then we're going to come out 30 mil. So from there to there should be 600. From that point there to the top. Should be pretty close to 600. Old sheet. There we go. Okay. So that's on the end of the bench. It's going to be easier for me. So that's come from there. That's it, baby. Okay. So it's got to sit from there to there. And we measure from here to here. It's 190 mil. Okay. Okay, that's the front leg. So these back uprights. Oh dear. That is the top, I think. Could be the bottom. So it's got to come up 190 mil there. This is, I said the other day I bought some strip lock fittings for where are they? Did I bring them in? I was sure I brought them down. Anyway, all right. So that's got to go there, which means that goes there. Whoops. So from the floor to the top of the mattress, what did I say it was? 600. Okay, so that's the top of the mattress. Then I reckon I've got to have about that much. You like the way I measure? Yeah, about that much. Top of the mattress. Okay. And there, I've got to have a rail, which I've forgotten the size. Hang on, I'll just go and I'll bring it down, I think. Not a chicken in, oh, a chicken inside. Let's see how hot it is out there. Oh dear. Okay. Right. Let's leave that there for the tickle to shut the door. Done. And this, oh, say 120. Gee, it's just under 120, isn't it? Perhaps I should be maybe a little bit more accurate. No, 120 is close. Should be right. So 120 here. Okay. So that is the base of the, so where are you? Could come up, I suppose. Oh, perhaps. I don't know, you got to have pillows on top of that, aren't you? So you got a mattress. No, you got to have a bar for your pillow to sit on. And then the bed head, which is going to be mainly blacksmithed, is going to sit inside there, but this is what it's going to rest on. There. So, from there, I reckon it would be nice to maybe put that in both sides. Okay. What I'm going to run is a router piece up the inside and the outside. Now, do I want it on the back as well? No, because there's a tester that sits on top of this, isn't it? All right, so that can go off of there. Hang on, let me get back here. Royce, g'day mate. Surprise plot twist when Steve pulls out the pocket hole. Funny you should say that, Royce. I was up at Hafley the other day because joining this particular portion of the bed together, normally I'd use the hatch tenon or mortise and tenon or dowels or whatever, but because it's 2.1 by 2.1, I've got to actually assemble it in the bedroom, and if it comes out, it has to come out of the bedroom, so it has to be pulled apart. And I went up to Hafley, the hardware people, and said, what have you got? And they came up with Craig jig. I said, no, don't want to use Craig jig. So what I ended up with was these things here called slip, what are they called? Slip joints or something. Strip lock, that's it. Strip lock, which are a brilliant joining system. When they first kicked off about 6 or 7 years ago, I did some video work for them, so I knew they existed. But they're brilliant because you've got two parts. Where have we got? What have we got? There we go. This part actually gets rebaited in to the upright here, and then this part goes on the cross member, and I just got to break this tag off because I don't want the tag on it. Oh, where is it gone? Here it is. And how they go together is pretty ingenious. So that is on the upright and this is on the cross member. They then meet like that, and slip down into one another. And they will not come apart. The only way, you just knock it and then you can take them apart again. So, yes, your sarcastic remark about whole sets, I was going to do it, but no, well, I wasn't going to do it. Someone suggested I did it, but these will be the answer, and these can take up to 160 kilos. So should be okay, considering there's no weight on it because it's actually the bed head, not the bed frame itself. The bed frame clamps I'm using are these ones here. So that actually goes on the rail. That goes on the leg. And you set this back from the edge on the rail like that. And then it goes onto the leg so it's a flush fitting and you don't get a gap in there. So there you go. Perhaps if I made this all these years ago, I wouldn't know about this stuff. So that's why it's taken me so long to do it. I don't know. Oh dear. Royce, can smell burning coals go. Yeah. Oh, speaking of burning, my dear wife had spaghetti bolognese. Well, we didn't have spaghetti bolognese the other day. She made some bolognese, which was lovely, except she went to sleep whilst it was cooking. And fire alarms work. So, the chooks didn't, and they ate it. Oh, you got it. I wouldn't make a bet in a one-horse race, Trevor. I really wouldn't. Oh, dear. I saw a good one the other day. My wife said, does this dress make me look fat? No, the dress doesn't make you look fat. It's all the cakes and chocolate you eat. No, I don't know. I thought it was funny. So, anyway. Yeah, this one here, that one, yeah, that was all done by hand tools. Many, many years ago when I was bored. I'll see if I can give you a better shot of it. Oh, there you go. Yep, so got mainly hand tools in there. All dovetails, all fitted, French polished. It was good. Oh, in fact, Peter, guy from Woodlands Coffee, where I got the lamello from, he has most gorgeous, I don't know if you've ever seen Jim Toplin's books on, what was it, tool chests, I think it's called, tool chests, tool boxes, whatever. But he's got his Peter has his grandfather's apprentice piece toolbox that he made when he was working for the railways. And it is gorgeous. He's asked me to do it up for him, which I would love to do. More importantly, when I get a window of opportunity, I would really like to replicate it and make one to take some of my tools. It's just gorgeous. Rough as goes. Like Steve, you've seen the Studley toolbox. Studley was a piano tuner, and you have a look at these toolboxes, absolutely brilliant. There's over 100 tools inside it. But when you have a look at it closed, it's as rough as bags. And that's the same with this tool chest. You have a look at it and it's sort of painted black, got aluminium corner bits on it, this, that, and that. I suggested to Pete we put brass corner bits on it because it'll look beautiful. But when you open it up, it's all French polished, cedar panels and sliding tills and trays and secret little compartments. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that might be something down the track we might do. Yeah, John, that's these are the back posts, and then the front posts actually have got 4 of these, which is 2 posts on top of each other, And that drawing I showed you earlier on with the fuchsias and trumpet flowers and hummingbirds is going to be marquetry around that, and they're going to be covered in ebony. So yeah, it's going to be a big job, big job. All right, so I'll work that out. Now this top section here, don't know what I'm going to do there. I think that's about the same as this. So yeah, we go 120 down. Stop it at 140 maybe. The will sit on top of this. What, anyone notice what I did with that little square 8 minutes ago? It's there. Okie dokie. So these are going to go, that's going to go there. I don't think I'll do that. I might do that and that, but I won't do the back. Okay. So what I'm going to do is mitre these squares, in case you're wondering, are made by a friend of mine called Colin Clinton, and they are available from H&T Gordon. G'day, Terry! Mate, the borders are open. We should get chasing some timber. What do you reckon? I'll see if I can get a day pass. Okay. What I should do, I suppose, is find out which face I like the best. That's quite nice. Yeah, that's a bit ordinary, so that can go to the back. And that can go to the front. There. I think I'll do 3 sides. And then what I'm going to do with these is ebon, which I'll do once I've routed it. Okay, so I'll do that one and that one and that one. Ah, give me a router. Normally I like round, but I don't know. I think because this is more angled with all the diamonds and everything in it, I'm going to put a mitre on it. I think would be nicer. Oh, don't you miss the old days of the table, pencil and rubber, Vinny? I remember I was doing a altar. In fact, it was the altar for St John's Cathedral in Brisbane. And I used to do a lot of ecclesiastic work. And I was working, that's not going to work. I was working with an architect, and he was drawing this design. I think CADs were just starting to come in. Oh, yeah. And he picked his pencil up. He said, look, we could just do that and then come back and turn there. And I said, that's easy to do with a pencil. I'm going to try doing it with a saw. Why don't we just cut it off there? Oh, okay. Goodness gracious me. Okay. Where is the router bit that I want to use? It's going to be a $4 question, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Memory's not brilliant, but it remembers the stuff I want to remember. So this is the router bit I'm going to use. Just a miter bit. Oh, come on. Be nice to me. There you go. Oh, come on. That's it. See, you talk roughly through it and it'll do. Okie dokie. Now, what I might do, before I rip in and do this, I might just have a go on a scrap piece, see if I can get the detail right. Oh, I know, it's a bit of an overkill, 3x3, your guinea rose, but I've got to turn it at some stage, so I'm going to knock the corners off it. Now. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. I'll bring this around so you can just watch me do something that might or might not work. Always check with the router that it's switched off before you plug it in. Number of times I've had routers, it's a bit like the empty gun that shoots. I've had routers and I plug them in and turn them on. Whoosh, off. Oh, where's the set of hearing up? Okay. Actually, I think that's pretty good. Can't you see that? Hang on, I'll do it up here for you. Oh, you idiot. There you go. I reckon that will do. How's that? Lucky first try. So I'll just transfer all these lines over so I know what I'm doing. And yes, it would be lovely if I had more space on me. But that's the way life goes. Okay. Let's have a look at this. I think I like that as the top. It's got a bit more character to it, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, we'll have that. Okay, let's go in there. Oh, let's go into the back, isn't it? Okay. All right. So I want that to go to the back inside. So that means back inside I do this one and this one and that one. I think this is the longest I've ever worked. But Susie will be happy. Okay, so we go from here to here, from here to here, and from there to there. Is that right? No. Go from here to here. Okay, do that one, that one, now that one, where's that one I just cut? Oh no, that's all right. Okay. Let's see how we go. Now, for those of you uninitiated with the wonderful thing of water, you see how that is in there. If I put a little bit of pressure on there, it slips. But those of you that watched me for a while know how effective this is. Ordinary water, spray it in the vise. Put the timber in, tighten it up, and I can sit on that and it will not move. Okay, just cover my keyboard up on my computer. So I've got this one to do, this one to do, okay. This one to do first. Okay. So I'm going to pull it down. Here we go. I just changed the setting. There you go. I reckon that's going to be good enough. both sides of this front. Oh, do the front or the back, I suppose. No, I think it'll look nice with the front and the back. I'll do this one first. I've got to come up the other way. Okay. That's that one. So now it's the flute up there, be a tester coming off the top here that you can't see, and everything down is going to be bed level. Yep, no, that's going to be good. And then I've only got one bevel on the inside, and then the metal frame, I'm going to blacksmith, will be going in here. So that's that one. Do the same to this one. Work out what sides I wanted. What did I say? That's quite nice. Yeah, okay. So we'll do that one, and then one on the inside. Hey, this is pressure. If I stuff this up, I'm stuffed up well. Oh, I think it'll be okay. There you go. Okay. 2, 1, 2, 1. Wait a minute. It's got to go that way. Has to be the other way then, doesn't it? Oh no, we could do one there, which is what we want. So I'm going to have to pick it up and look at it. No, it's got to be that way. Why is it that way? Then we do 2 there, no, 1 there, 2 there. All right. Pity about that knot, so we'll get rid of that. What's that look like there? I think I prefer... Yeah, okay. 1 here, 2 here. All right, let's do this one first. Okay, one here, so it goes from there to there. All right, oh, my coffee's full of shaving. All right, that goes there, which is good. We're going to put two on this side, which is good too. Whenever you use square and bringing the mark up, put your pencil where you want the mark, and then bring your square up to the pencil rather than the other way around. That way you'll end up with an accurate mark. Whoops, come here. Come on. Here we go. There you go. All done. What I'll do, just going to give a bit of a sand. Just going to, no. I want to keep these angles fairly sharp. I don't want to soften them. I was thinking about it, but in the brief nanosecond it took me to think, I thought, no. So I'm just cleaning this off. This back one on the inside, I'm just going to soften that a bit. And I might just soften other side as well. Just where the hand's going to touch. If you get rid of any machining marks that happen to be there. That is quite nice. What I might do actually, I'll just hit it with a bit of 240 and then I'll ebonize it. Oh. And then we'll let it sit for a while. Should be using different sander with this, shouldn't I? So this is just 240, just to give it quite a nice smooth finish. Whoop. All right. Now we'll ebonize it. Get some ebonizing solution. That I made up ages ago, and I'm going to make another batch up. So what this is basically a solution of steel wool that's been melted in white vinegar. So you can do it if you want. And it will make this timber go black. Where's the brush? The thing I prefer ebonizing over stain is this actually is a chemical reaction, whereas a stain is a stain, which means if I ebonize this, I can actually sand it or give it a rough, very light sand, and the colour won't change. Whereas if you have stained something and then you sand it, you can actually sand through that stain, whereas this will penetrate into the timber, giving it quite a nice dark colour. And it's non-toxic. Well, as far as vinegar isn't toxic. You could put it on your fish and chips and you'd be okay, put it that way. So I'm going to try some being a bit artistic down the track with ebonizing solution on making things and then just flicking it with this solution, and I reckon you'll get quite a nice artistic effect. If you're going to stain something or do something, do it all the way around. There's nothing worse than you see something stained rosewood or walnut, then you turn it over and there's white pine behind it. And it's not a question of trying to be tricky or deceitful by doing it all, it's just you're finishing the job properly. This timber I'm using here is Blush Alder, which is a native North Queensland timber which you can't get anymore, but I was just lucky to have a bit of stock of it. What I'm thinking of doing is making a panel up of ebony and then mount it on the front so you can just see contrast, and then I'll put a gold, well, gilded, but it'll just be a gold frame around it. There you go. Now all I'll do with that is let it dry. Yeah, it's got sawdust and all sorts of rubbish on it, but it doesn't matter because it'll dry, and when it dries you can see the difference between that and this one over here that I've got to do, and just let that sit and soak in, and it'll be a nice dark colour. So I've got the other one to do in it, but I'll have a chat first. Where's my mouth gone, Cynthia? Not me mouth, me mouse. I've gone and lost it. Oh. Not all timber will darken with it. So, you know, you're better off to test. Most of the oaks will. Cedars do, mahoganies do. New Guinea rosewood does. There we go. Oh, how far back are we going? Here we go. I'm back up to driving a computer all day. Yeah, what's the cross-hatching? This is you, John. What's all the cross-hatching on the wood for decorate? Yes, there's, in total, when the bed's put together, there's 8,800 of those diamonds. And they're all going to get, they were going to get gold in between, but then when I put it on, my wife said, oh, I like them all gold. So I did have a piece here that was all gold. I don't know where it's gone, but anyway, that's it. Remember the old, it's Trevor. Hey Steve, remember the old chills house is built over an old blacksmith, and we dug up heaps and lots of, oh yeah, all good steel, Trevor, all good steel. Oh, well, good on you. Not only that, Matthew, you get to wash the cup as well. Hey, what a bonus. You know, it's a nice tool chest, that. Bumpity-doo-doo. I love hidden compartments. This bed, actually, there you go, I'll put it out. This bed's got secret compartments. I'm not telling you where they are, because then they wouldn't be secrets, would they? Yeah, it's a good router, that. Soft start, what is it? Soft start and a break finish. Oh, you're educating him, Julian. He can now say, I'm going to build a tool chest just like that. G'day, Logan. Oh. It's not bad, is it, Matthew? I'm never wrong, I just have design changes to the hop. There you go. Yeah, the wood I said it works with has got to have tannin, which is the chemical this solution reacts with. But if you get a timber that doesn't have tannin, what you can do is you can actually boil up a strong brew of tea, wait until it's cooled, paint the tea onto the timber, let that dry, then do this, and then you'll get the same response because the tannin in the tea will enter the timber. G'day, Minnie, how you going? All right, let's do this other bit. Oh. We'll just give it a sand with 240. As soon as I find sander, where is it? Oh, down here somewhere. What I'm going to do here, because I've got pencil marks on there, which normally, I would rub off with a rubber, but it's not that hard. I'm just going to make a story stick out of this. This actually is a template for a squatter's chair, but it's what I've got hanging around. So I'm going to make a story stick, and what I mean by that is I mark these markings I've got here on here, and then when it comes to fitting it all in, I've got them. So I'll mark space, that is rail, that is mattress, and that's stretcher. Okay, so now I've got that, it's written, now I can just grab it, put it on here when I'm ready to fit everything together, and hopefully I won't throw that away because it's a template for another job. Now, as I did with the other one, I'm just going to take this out, knock an arrow off the edge of this, just off there, so it's not going to be sharp against the fingers. go. Okay, we'll whack this on and I reckon that will just about do me for the day. But some progress happening today. Got to use my new biscuit machine. Told you about the find I had with a mate that's actually making coffee. Got some bee boxes done. Got into the bed. So I'm sure most people thought I was just pretending it wasn't really a bed. And this part I actually want up and installed within the next week. Because I told Sue we've got a roadside pickup. That's when you throw your rubbish out and the council come and pick it up and then sell it back to you. And I've got to rip the carpet up because I don't want to carry the carpet to the tip. It's much easier to just carry it to the front yard. And then if I've got the carpet up, I've got to put new flooring down. And if I'm going to put new flooring down, I've got to put the bed together. So it's just one of those things where it's an accumulative effect. You should see the mess I'm making here. All the bits of timber going black on the floor. It really works nice on Japanese cedar too. As I said, there's some things I want to try with that. Get a little bit artistic maybe. Actually, that piece that I did a while ago, I'll show you it in a minute, and it has gone quite dark. And the good thing is you're not washing stain out of your hand for the next 6 months because it won't stain your hands. What's today? Wednesday. No guarantees, but might even do a stream tomorrow. See how we go. Got to fit those strip locks too. I might do that this afternoon. Okay, so that one's done. Oh. You can see how much darker this one's gone, and it's quite nice. And you can put any sort of finish over the top of it, shellac or spray or acrylic or enamel, because it's not going to react in any other way. Whereas if you're using a stain, if you're using a water-based stain and you put, for example, this rag, shellac over the top of water-based stain, it'll rip the colour out. If you put shellac over oil stain, it'll rip the colour out. So there are ways you can stop that from happening. But that's the story for another time. Oh, so there you go. I'm pleased I made the decision to stream it. It's now 1:30. What am I going for? Dribbling for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Oh, crikey. Where are we up to? Here we go, Matthew. Just had a look at the tool chest. We got there. Oh. Yeah, I used to like watching Norm, but I don't know. We're doing this live, there's a lot more going on there than what you actually saw. But nonetheless, it was a good show. What was it? Yankee Workshop. New Yankee Workshop, that's it. And he did some good projects. Oh, hang on, no, I've missed all that. We'll get up to there. Craftsmanship just came in, I think. That's it. Can't wait to see pics of this build. You're going to need space the further on you go. No, it's amazing how much work I can get done on small space, John. It really is. Yeah, I don't know if they're doing shows or not. I saw a post, Anthony, the other day of Lee Nelson Australia, and he said he wasn't doing shows this year. So I'd like to help him out in some way or other. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And yeah, wood shows, I know, it was all a bit up in the air, I guess. Although I did hear Mulaney was going ahead, but who knows? Who knows indeed? Well, that's about it for me, I think. Yeah. What did we do? We did bee things. I can't do any more of those because I've got to glue some timber together. I can't do that until I use that finger joint gizmo, which means I've got to set that machine up. And I've got to glue some lids together. And I've got to go over to the saw and do some more rebates. But I think I'm just about up to date. I've sorted that out. I've got that. I might go and spray some of these sides gold now. That'll be nice. I'll do that outside though. So in the meantime, I guess it's time to say this is Steve pulling the shed door down on another stream, because I don't know if there was much lessons going on, but I hope I answered some of your questions. I appreciate your company. If you're new to the channel and you like it, please hit the subscribe. I'd really like to hit 100,000 this year, just a personal goal of mine. Hit the bell and you know when I'm on. In fact, I hit the bell because I never know when I'm going to stream, so I get notification that I'm streaming. Isn't that good? Wonderful. Yep, that's it. Me pulling the shed door down. And saying, remember, keep it sharp, and more importantly, keep it safe. Look after yourself, be kind to each other, and I look forward to having your company in the workshop, at the workbench, again, very, very soon. Till then, good morning, good afternoon, good night, good day. That covers it, doesn't it? Or as Don Burke used to say, God bless. I'll catch you all later on. Stay safe. Bye for now.